G'day legends. Well, just after the video I made yesterday and put out this morning saying nothing has changed, of course something changes. Bitcoin Strategic Reserve has just been signed off as an executive order by Trump in America for the American people, and also a crypto stockpile. Now that is two different things. The stockpile and strategic reserve, they're going to be separate. So just keep that in mind. I've got it up here. It's come out from David Sachs, one of the people over in the Trump's government. And we'll go in and have a look at exactly what has been said. Just a few minutes ago, President Trump signed an executive order to establish a strategic Bitcoin reserve. The reserve will be capitalized with Bitcoin owned by the federal government that was forfeited as part of criminal or civil asset forfeiture proceedings. This means it will not cost taxpayers a dime. It is estimated that the US government owns about 200,000 Bitcoin. However, there has been no complete audit. The EO directs a full accounting of the federal government's digital asset holdings. The US will not sell any Bitcoin deposited into the reserve. It will be kept as storage of a store of value. The reserve is like a digital Fort Knox for the cryptocurrency, often called digital gold. Premature sales of Bitcoin have already cost US taxpayers over $17 billion in lost value. Now the federal government will have a strategy to maximize the value of its holdings. The Secretaries of Treasury and Commerce have authorized are authorized to develop budget-neutral strategies for acquiring additional Bitcoin, providing that those amenities have no incremental cost on American taxpayers. In addition, the executive order establishes a US digital asset stockpile consisting of digital assets other than Bitcoin forfeited in criminal or civil proceedings. The government will not acquire additional assets for the stockpile beyond those obtained through forfeiture proceedings. The purpose of the stockpile is responsible stewardship of the government's digital assets under the Treasury Department. Promises made, promises kept. President Trump promised to create a digital strategic Bitcoin reserve and digital asset stockpile. Those promises have been kept. This executive order underscores President Trump's commitment to making the US the crypto capital of the world. I want to thank President for his leadership and vision in supporting this cutting-edge technology and for his rapid execution in supporting the digital asset industry. His administration is truly moving at tech speed. I also want to thank President's Working Group on Digital Asset Markets, especially Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent and Commerce Secretary Howard Lutnick for the help and support in getting this done. Finally, Bo Hines played a critical role as the Executive Director of our working group. Okay, so what does that all mean? I'll break it down for people that don't know what it means. It basically means that any of the Bitcoin or crypto that has been confiscated, if someone's done something bad, that is going to be put into the strategic reserve. The lines in there that people don't like are going to be that it's not going to cost the taxpayers anything else. That means they are not going to buy. And I believe the reason will probably be because Trump wouldn't have had the authority, even with an executive order, to make that happen, to force taxpayer dollars to be spent on buying assets that could go down in value. So what has that caused us? Well, I'll show you what that has caused you and your crypto. This is the drop in Bitcoin since it happened. This was about 45 minutes ago that this happened. As you can see, it dropped from 90,000 to 85 essentially. And that was all in I saw someone else write that was all in 12 minutes, that drop, which is absolutely enormous. if we have a look at the day, it doesn't look like the market's necessarily got a hold of this news yet. This news is about 50 minutes old. So I've brought it to you after hearing the news twice on my, I've been out and doing someone's garden that I help them out. And it popped in, credit to Wendy O. She was the first one, and then the Investing Bros, so that's the way I knew that it was true. And then I jumped on X now that I've finished working and have just quickly checked that, and then made this video for you. What's going to happen next? Well, the markets, the crypto market, the investors, that means, they're not going to like this news. Long term, very, very bullish. It means the US government isn't going to sell their Bitcoin and their crypto. Short term, people are going to get skittish and sell off and be scared, most likely, in my opinion, not financial advice, because the US government has come out and said, we're not going to buy. We're not going to buy more Bitcoin. We're not going to buy more crypto that's going to cost the US people through their taxes. So short term, it's going to be bad, and we could, as I was saying, it was looking like I thought it would go back down anyway, but we're going to drop fairly fast for a little while. It may stop by tomorrow. In America, they've got they've got a meeting at the White House called the Bitcoin Summit or Crypto Summit. So I already thought that for that thing that there was going to be a buy the rumor, sell the news, because I couldn't see anything necessarily new or super bullish coming out of that meeting, from what I'd heard and what just the way I was thinking. So I'm thinking now we have our big drop down, and then in the morning when the markets open back up, the ETF of the sorry, forgot to touch my screen. The ETF buyers, they might decide that it's a good time to buy, and then that'll pump it back up, and then it might pump into this summit. And then if there's good news, it'll keep pumping. If there's not, then it won't. And most likely news that could be bullish would maybe be to do with the taxes for the Americans, whether they're going to get good tax cuts or whatever on American crypto. Anyway, I'll leave it there for now. Just letting you know, expect red today. That's what I would be expecting. I will be looking for a good buy point if we can get down under 80,000 US for Bitcoin. If we don't, well, I probably won't touch it. Anyway, have a great afternoon. Chuck a like on if this has been helpful. Subscribe if you're not subscribed. I've been stuck at the same number in subscriptions for a while now, so it'd be nice to get this video out to a few more people to help them out. Have a great day. Do something nice for someone else. Crypto Bogan out.